Hopefully it's working out okay.
I think it is. I'm slightly nervous about running out of space on my computer though. So I'm sort of wondering about making you the host again so that you can record instead, but it should be fine. I probably won't run out of space.
Yeah, sure. Hopefully it'll be okay. Anyway, so thanks for everyone for coming out tonight. My name's Brian McCue. I'm an adjudicator with the PPBSO, the Pipe Band Society of Ontario, and also I'm the drum instructor at St. Andrews College. So it's great. It's a wonderful night. I'm so pleased that there's a good turnout, and that's really, really fantastic. And so our goals tonight, well, first off, thanks very much for Kate Dudek coming out. She's also on the music committee and with the PBBSO, and she's going to help with tech as well tonight to make sure that things run smoothly. And it will. We've done this many times, so it will be good. Power of positive thinking. I'm just pleased that so far it's so good. We're all working. If at any time, if the levels are wrong or something's going on, just shout out. It's a very casual night, so please just, if there's any questions at any time, just turn off your mute button and shout out. So that's great. And also a big hello to Hugh. Hugh Cameron is here with us tonight. So always great to see Hugh. So now I'm a bit nervous, but no, I'm just kidding. It's all good. So our goal tonight is to review the new Society drum cadences, as they're called. And I think it's really exciting times because, it's something fresh. And the mission really was to create drum scores that were very accessible for all levels of players. What we want is for the mass bands to be able to, like all the drummers, to be able to play very comfortably and very, confidently when they get out there and not worrying about, do I know how to play these licks and can I pull this off at this tempo? But it's something that's really, user-friendly and people can really enjoy. And the other thing that I think is very valuable about the new drum scores is they're lighter, which means that you could play them if you're on the march, particularly on a parade, and particularly if you're maybe in the cadet program where you're actually marching at more than military speeds. So you can play these at a faster tempo and still feel pretty good about it. The one thing with the Society scores, the original ones, is that if you were playing it, sometimes at 100 beats per minute or 110, heaven forbid, you were flying, and it was really tough to keep up. So these scores are nice and light. They've got lots of space and very user-friendly. So we want to walk and talk everyone through it so you feel good. The scores are available on the PPBSO website. So if you haven't downloaded them or copied them, they are there. During the session, I will screen share them so that you can watch and play along on your computer. But they are there, and I encourage you to print them off and have them at the ready, or put them on your computer, or whatever floats your boat. So here we go. So the other thing too is that I'm also going to be playing with a metronome, and if you haven't got a metronome, they're free on your phone. You can download a free metronome, and I highly recommend all drummers to be practicing with the metronome because it's our gig. We are the rhythm specialists, the rhythmicists. We need to be able to play it with solid, perfect time. So again, really handy, but a good tool for you for all levels. What do you need to know before you play? I'm going to assume that, sort of base level here, I'm going to start right from the ground up. And if you're a seasoned player, then maybe think of it as how to approach teaching your own kids. But I'm going to just start right from the start, really. Well, what do you need to be able to do skill-wise in order to play these scores? Well, the first thing is simple taps. Okay, that's no problem. Okay, so we're just playing taps. That's pretty straightforward. The other thing that's in them are the flams. A flam is two singles, one high, one low. Okay, and always the large one, the big one, is your second. So the low one hits first. We want to be sure we get a nice, beautiful flam that you can hear the two strokes, but put on. Not too tight, else they get poppy. Okay, they're harder to play, to be honest. So I use the 1 inch, 1 foot rule. So my low stick is 1 inch, my larger stick is 1 foot, or maybe even more. Okay, and that way I'm going to get a nice space on them. Okay, it should be nice and clear. Okay, there might be some left flams in these scores, so we better practice that as well. So again, left high, right low. Okay, most of them will be right flams. user friendly for the right handers. Okay, but again, you want to make sure you can play a nice right flam or a nice left flam. Okay, so the next thing that's in there is a paradiddle. Okay, two singles and a double. So right, left, right, right, and we're going to swing it right out the gate. So just the way the word sounds. Paradiddle, paradiddle. We're just going to do one. We're going to do paradiddle tap. Paradiddle tap. Paradiddle tap. Paradiddle tap. Okay, so it's right, left, right, right, left. I remember one teacher always said, just double on the diddle, and you can't go wrong. Paradiddle tap. Paradiddle tap. Which is true if you're playing a double paradiddle as well. Double paradiddle. And double on the diddle. Play a triple paradiddle. So the whole family, if you use that little rhyme, you can double on the diddle and you'll be doubling in the right spot. But for these scores, paradiddle tap, paradiddle tap, paradiddle tap. And then the same thing off the left, paradiddle tap, left, right, left, left, right, paradiddle tap. Cool, okay? So we've got paradiddle. So far we've got taps. We've got two taps together, but different heights. That's a flam. And we've got a paradiddle, two taps and a double stroke. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. A little swing in there, paradiddle. Okay? So there's three rudiments that we need to know. We need to know triplets. And the first one is a triplet tap. And if we just say the words triplet tap, we should be okay. I'm going to start with my right hand. Triplet tap. Triplet tap. Triplet tap, triplet tap. Okay, so a triplet tap, 1, 2, 3, 1. Right, left, right, left. Now you could be asked to play left, right, left, right. Okay, let's try that. 1, 2, ready, and da 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 da. 3, 4. Triplet tap, da da. Triplet tap, and one more. Triplet tap. Okay, and if you just say the word triplet tap, you'll be okay. So we've got triplets in there, triplet tap, if you want to get technical. Now we might have to play, well, we will have to play two triplets together in a weird way. We're going to play triplet tap. Lions and tigers and bears. Triplet tap. Triplet tap. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Okay, and it's only going to be, I'd say, probably on right lead. Although we should be able to play off the left as well. Okay, now there's method to the madness, so bear with me, because you're going, what? There's no triplets, like long triplets in these songs, but work with me here, we'll get there. We're going to play 4 triplets together as well, okay? Triplet, 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 tap. Triplet, 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 tap. 2, 3, 4. Triplet, 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 tap. 2, 3, 4. Triplet, 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 tap. We're going to put a little crescendo in there. Triplet, 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 tap. 2, 3, 4. And you would do that by just raising the wrist. Just increase the wrist height. Da, 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 da. And everything should come out okay. Tap 1 last time. Da, 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 da. Okay, so you're saying, okay, Brian, what the heck? There's no groups, long groups of triplets in these scores. But there is really, and we'll get to this. So now we go to the rolls. So just to cap, we've got taps, flams, paradiddles. Now the triplet family, single triplet, and then 2 triplets together, and 4 triplets together. Okay. Now we're going to put the rolls in there. We're going to buzz the triplet. So this is where now it starts to make sense. So if we buzz the triplet, so okay, then we will build the 7-stroke roll, which we do see a lot of. So triplet tap, buzz, 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 tap, buzz, 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 tap, da 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 da, da 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 da. That's your 7-stroke roll. I'll show you what it looks like when we open up the music. You want to get challenged, left to right, buzz, 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 tap, buzz, 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 tap. So 3 buzzes and a tap is your 7-stroke roll. Each buzz counts for 2. 2, 4, 6, and 1 is the 7. So that's where it comes from. Biz, 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 tap. Now if we do two triplets, okay, and we buzz that, we get a 13 stroke roll. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 13. Gets it. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Okay? So your 13 stroke roll. And then we did 4 triplets. And what do you get when you buzz the 4 triplets? You get your attack roll. Okay? Da 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 da. 2, 3, 4. Da 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 da. So it's 4 triplets. Triplet, 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 tap. 2, 3, 4. Triplet, 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 tap. 2, 3, 4. One more. 3, 4. Triplet, 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 tap. Okay? So that's your attack roll, which we're going to start with. So your first thing is when the drum major calls quick march, we want to be able to nail 2 really good attack rolls with the right pulsing or the right meter. Da 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 da. Okay? Now we'll get into the tempo to be a little faster than that, but that's the principle behind it. So these are the basic skills we need to play the scores. A tap, a flam, paradiddle, triplet, 2 triplets, 4 triplets, and then to be able to buzz those. And that's the language we need for these scores. So it's not too bad. You know, there's about 4 or 5 things kind of in there. If we can master that, we're away to the races. So happy days. So let's just talk about the scores then themselves. So how to read these things. And I think we're going to start tonight with the 4. I'm going to go through them all, so bear with me. And I just want to keep the eye on time, of course. And we've got lots of other people who've joined us. It's great to see Tom Foots with us, which is really cool. And welcome. We've got Lindsay, John, and some others, Rob Johnson. We've got some good people. That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to attempt to screen share. We're going to bring up the 4/4. And we'll start to look at what's in there. See if this works. And there it is. So everyone should be able to see that, I hope. Yeah, it should be good. Okay, and we're going to walk and talk our way through it. I always like to kind of analyze the drum score before I attempt to play it. Okay, so we've seen right away we've got the flam. It has an accent above it, so we want to punch it up nicely. And then a right to left 7 strokes. So you notice it's an 8th note tied over with 2 slashes. That's and right to left. That's your key that's a 7-stroke roll. The 7-stroke roll is the only one that goes right to left or left to right. It alternates for the most part. Okay. So we've got flam, roll, tap, flam, triplet tap. There's that triplet tap again. Okay. And so we've got that, and then the second bar, well, let's just do the first bar together. Plap, up, chop, da da da, chop, chop, pop, pop, pop. We won't kick the metronome on just yet. Let's just play the first bar. Just one bar. Plap, up, chop, da da da. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, hopefully that's okay. Plap, chop, da da da. So we want to play a little bit of attention to those flam accents. So again, the accents, I'm just going to get that wrist to come up a little higher, a little bit of snap if you can get it, a little bit of the whip motion to get that to really pop. You notice that the low stroke doesn't change. You don't, for an accented flam, you don't come up with both. Okay, that would be killer. Okay, so you just want to give a little bit of a touch on that right, the big hand. Okay, but the low hand stays low. Okay. Okay. Now we notice that this first part, the second bar and the third bar are the same. Ta-da, happy days, we're good. So we just have to be able to play it 3 times over. Okay, so we can probably do that. And then the 4th bar is a standard 4/4 ending. And here's our 13-stroke roll. That's 2 triplets and the top. So that's a quarter note with 3 slashes. That's the symbol for the 13. Notice it goes right to right. Okay? Okay, so you're ending. Plop, and it has a little pickup note. So we go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. Okay? Plop, just a little pickup into the downbeat. Okay, let's see if we can wrestle our way through the very first part. Here we go. Plop, bum, da, digga, da, dum, bum. Here we go. First part, right in. We won't do rolls just yet. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and go. Okay, so hopefully that's okay. We will try it one more time. Let's talk about these fancy brackets. It's over bar 2 and 4. So the plan is that the lead drummers will play the first phrase, and that's a great chance for you to listen and hear, okay, how does this go? Oh, okay. Listen to that, the lead drummer's playing the first. So we all play the attack rolls together. The lead drummers play the first bar, and then we play it back. And we play the downbeat and let them play the bar 3, and then we play the ending. Okay, so that takes a bit of organization, a little bit of practice and rehearsal for that. Okay, so we just have to watch out. But that's the brackets, or they denote there's a million different names: the chips, the forte, the unisons, the cuts. It's all the same thing. It's just when the chord comes in. Top, chup, digga dum, bum, dum, chup, digga dum, bum. And then everybody plays a forte. And repeat, everybody's in. And the other thing too that I highly recommend, particularly if you're a novice drummer, is to practice, if possible, while standing and get those feet moving, because that's another skill we have to put into the mix and getting this. And it's just a matter of practice. It just will come. So all of a sudden it'll go, oh yeah, I get this. But it's just important to be able to get that practice so that when you get out there, you're feeling good about moving while you're playing as well. So the more you can practice just standing still, that's great. Like marking time, they call it. Just okay. So here we go. Let's try. We're going to add the attack rolls, and we're going to play the first part. Here we go. Well, I'm just going to play the chorus. I'm going to sing the lead part and then come in. So you come in with me. Here we go. Rolls. Quick march. 2, 3, 4. Bum 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 chup digga dum bum dum dum bum dum 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 ba digga dum bum. Everybody and dum dum bum digga dum bum dum dum dum. Okay, what's coming up next? So that's your first part right there. Okay, so we're halfway through. Now we've got the same opening. Plop, bur-up, do-bop, do-bop. Okay, so this 3 and a 4 E and. Top, do-bop, do-bop. Okay, so as long as you think do-bop, do-bop, you're going to get it. It'll be fine. Top, bur-up, do-bop, do-bop. Plop, bur-up, do-bop. And the same thing, second and third bars are the same. Okay, so let's try this, the first bar of line 3. Do-bop, do-bop, bop. 2, just that much. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Do-bop, do-bop, just that. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do-bop, 2, one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, left, right, left. Okay, right, left, do-bop, do-bop. Okay, and that goes again the second and the third bar, and then the fourth bar is the ending, the standard plot for 13-stroke roll. Bop. Okay, so let's see if we can do the second part. Okay, we'll just play all the way through. We won't do the piano forte yet. Let's just play the whole thing. Here we go. Second part. 1, 2, ready and go. Right, left, right, left. And repeat and okay, now to get a little bit more detail, we can even talk about the first part, dynamics. So a couple little tips. When we play in the first part, that triplet tap, we want to keep that fairly light. Okay, so a little bit light on the triplet tap. And the same with the do-bop, do-bop. We don't want to hammer that too heavy. Do-bop, do-bop. So nice little light, jazzy, but not too heavy. We don't want to, okay, that would be just awful. So, okay? Okay, let's try. We're gonna do the second part again. I'm gonna sing the chord, the lead part, and we'll come in with the core. That's the bracketed bits. Here we go. I'm just gonna count it in. Second part, 2, 3, and ready, go. Dum up, do bop, do bop, dum do bop, do bop, do bop, up, do bop, do bop. Everybody and dum 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 bop, dum 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 There it is. Let's try the whole thing. Here we go. I'm going to put Dr. Beat on because I promised I would. Of course. Okay, so hopefully you can hear the little pulse. Okay, that's at 80 beats per minute, so that should be good enough. Here. Da dum ba dee da dum chuck pick it up bum pick it up pop zap do ba pop do ba. Here we go from the top. Rolls, quick, punch. And top dum digga dum 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 everybody and dum 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 second part dum pop do bop do bop everybody and back to the top. Chuck second part. Dumper rumper up do bop do bum do bop do bum be dum be up ba dum ba dee dum ba dee dum bum Okay, so that's the 4/4. It's nice and swingy. That's 80 beats, so that's pretty swingy. My apologies for my singing. I think I morphed between a couple of about 3 different fight tunes now, but I always like to sing along because it just helps keep the tempo. It gives me a reference point. But I think that was an amalgamation of about 3 or 4 different tunes. Anyway, okay, so let's stick with the same sort of feel, and we'll have a look at the 2/4. Now we've got the same lingo that we've talked about, so we can now go through these fairly quickly. But let's have a quick analysis on this one. So we've got flam, roll, tap, paradiddle tap. There's that paradiddle tap, okay? So pop, up, ba ba doo ba dum, pop, up, da ba doo ba dum. So that same phrase keeps coming back, so it's not too bad. Tap is up, tap ba doo ba dum. Let's just try the phrase, the 2-bar phrase. Pop, up, So flam, roll, tap, paradiddle tap. Now again, the paradiddle, get into some dynamics. You notice it's that same little spot in each phrase. We want to try to bring that down, except for maybe the first note with that little accent. Paradiddle tap. Okay, so we're going to get a feel of pop, da-ba-doo-ba-dum, pop, da-ba-doo-ba-dum, pop, da-ba-doo-ba-dum, pop. Okay, I'm singing a 4/4 there. It's terrible. Here we go. I'm singing 2/4 now. Drummers, typical. What's the tune? I don't know. Here we go. Top. We're gonna do 2-bar phrase. 1, 2, 1 and 2, and 1 and 2 and 1. Just that much. We have to do a paradiddle tap flam. That's the new phrase coming back. Here we go, 2 bars. 1, 2, 1 and 2. 2, 1 and 2. Okay, and notice I'm coming down on the rolls, or at least it feels like a pop is up, da get up, pop. So again, we don't want to kill the rolls too much. Just nice, calm, full rolls. Take a beautiful roll. Somebody once told me the roll should sound like a tap, like when you turn the tap on. I always thought that was a good visual. Well, good audio, I suppose. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. Okay, tap, paradiddle, tap, plot. And that comes back again. So let's try the whole thing. We've got 1, we've got a second time, a third time through the 2-bar phrase, and then the endings. And so the endings for this one are 1, 2, 1, and 2. And notice we've got the accents on 1 and 2. That's on purpose, right? Ba, ba, dum, ba, dum, ba, ba. Okay, and then we come back to it. Tap, 2, 1, and 2, and 1. Okay, tap for 13-stroke roll in there. Okay, here we go. So let's see if we can play the first part of the 2/4. Tap, ba ba doo ba dum ba. Now it's a 4/4. Ba dum ba doo da da dee da dum ba da ba doo ba dum bum da ba doo ba dum ba cha cha. 1, 2, here we go. Dum dum ba dum ba ba doo ba dum ba dum ba dum ba ba doo ba dum. Let's try it with the chips, the cuts, the unisons, the fortes, whatever you want to call it. The chips, I guess we call it, or the cuts. So we're going to do an attack roll, and then I'll sing the first phrase, and we come in on the bracketed bits. So we're going to be core players. Here we go. Rolls. First part only. Quick march. And 2. Top. Everybody. Okay. Now we've got so it's the same little ending, the second bar phrase. The first bar phrase, 13 stroke roll and 2 taps. Okay. Now, if we wanted to be really slick, we can get a little crescendo in there as well. So, now, I just noticed that the cut extends. I guess we'll play it as written. So it has a little extra roll at that second part. Normally speaking, that would just cut on the downbeat. I think it's probably safe to say. I don't know if
Brian, just to jump in, I went to Eric McNeil's workshop on these scores back in December, and he had us playing that role.
So we'll play it in? Okay, cool.
Yeah, just I mean, he's in the EUFPBA, and we can do our own thing in PPBSO, but
let's do it.
Yeah, he was playing it as written.
Okay, let's do that. That's the safest for sure. Okay, cool. Thanks. Right on.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, here we go. So the second part. So that's on the chip. Let's play the whole second part, Joe. Just twice through forte both times. Here we go. 1, 2, 1 and 2. Back to the top. So again, we can get used to going back and just flipping those parts back and forth each time. So we just keep going until we see that drum major's mace, or we hear the double taps off the bass drum, and then we finish. So let's try it. We'll try it with the cuts. Okay, second part with the cuts. I'll sing the first part. Here we go. We'll just count it in. Here we go. 1, 2, 1 and 2, and burr up, up, burr up, bum, 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 everybody and okay. I think if it's the very last time we're like, and it's cutting out, you just play it on the finish on beat 2. You don't have to play that last little line. Okay. If that's like the very end. Okay. Let's try it from the top. Here we go. I'll put Dr. Beat on. It's not my chair, it's my phone. I have to give him a title. Here we go. Let me drop it a little bit. I'll put it to 78 beats per minute. 78 on the metronome. It's probably plenty fast. Okay, here we go from the top. Rolls. Quick notch. And lead. Bum rum da ba doo ba dum bum ba dum ba doo ba dum bum rum da ba doo ba dum bum ba. Everybody and dum ba dum ba doo ba dum bum ba dum ba doo ba dum ba ba doo ba dum ba bum rum bum bum ba dum ba dum. We're gonna go back to the top. Everybody bum rum bum bum ba-dum ba-dum ba-ba-dee-ba-dum bum dum ba-da-dum ba-dee-ba-dum ba-dum dee-dum bum dee-dum bum bum ba-dum ba-dum ba boom boom bum ba-dum ba-dum. Okay, there it is. So again, it's really cool. You know, it's another complete different score, but it's still got those basic tap, flam, paradiddle, and a couple of rolls, a 7 and a 13-stroke roll. Again, 5 rudiments, you've got another really great marching score there for you. Okay, cool. So now that's the 4/4 and the 2/4, but now we get into, I'm going to leave the 3/4 to the end. No, let's do the 3/4. Because it's got, again, a lot of the same licks in it. So again, really the trick, you know, I'm thinking about memorizing it. A lot of them sound a little bit the same, but it's quite, you get quite used to playing these little phrases. And the trick is to find a pipe tune to play along with and just get used to playing it to the melody, and it'll fall into the hands not too problematically. I made that. And if you're looking for like to play along, if you don't have a piper in your pocket, you do on your computer, because you can go to pipetunes.ca, www.pipetunes.ca, and just type in 3/4 march, and you can play a 3/4 march for free. It's Jim McGilvery's website. You don't have to buy anything, but you can listen to any scores you wish. So you can pick your favorite 3/4 or your favorite 6/8 and play along. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's have a quick look. Again, you see the same sort of things. Flam, up. Okay, so we have a Sneaky Pete 13. It's 2 7s joined together, followed by a tap. So plop, up, is a 13. It's notated over the beat grouping, so that's why it looks a little bit different. But your first phrase, okay, flam, 7, tap, 13. And there's one we really want to put a crescendo into. And then we've got plop, paradiddle tap. Plop, chop, okay? So the first, let's just try the first bar. We'll just try that, make sure everyone's got it. We're going to try to put the little crescendo on that 13-stroke roll. 1, 2, ready, and go. 2, go. 2, go. Now this is sort of a call and answer type thing. Paradiddle tap. Okay, and then we have the same as measure 1, and then standard 3/4 ending, flam, tap. Okay, so let's see if we can play that first line. Popper up, is up, bumper rum, dabba doo ba dum, bumper rum, is chop, dee dum. Here we go. 1, 2, we're ready, go. Bumper rum, dee dum, bum, dee dum, dabba doo ba dum, bumper rum, bum, bum, repeat. Bumper rum, ba dum, bum, dee dum, dabba doo ba dum, bum, dee dum, okay, topper up, diz up, chopper up, dabba doo ba da. And again, paradiddle tap. So we want to punctuate that first, the P, paradiddle. And just nice, swingy, kind of ghost strokes after that. Even that little 7 at the gate has a bit of a crescendo. Okay, we're getting a little subtle details there, but yeah, if you can. Okay, so let's try it now. There's a magic to this one. We have the cuts for this one. Da, rum, da, diz up, chop, a doo, ba, da, pop, da, plop. So just try to be attentive. At the 3/4, we don't play the downbeat of the score. It always comes in right after that. So let's try the first line. We'll do the cuts. We'll do a repeat. We're all in. Here we go. Okay, so I'll just count it in. 1, 2, ready, and lead. And top, chop. Everybody. Line 2 is the same thing. It's exactly identical as line 1. We just do that whole sequence again. So line 2, ready? 2, ready, go. Chop, chop. Forte. Okay, let's try 2 rolls, and we're going to do that first 2 lines back and forth. Okay, here we go. Rolls. Quick, much. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to stop for a second. Again, the novice drummers in the group, it's really smart. And I do it. I've been playing for years, and I still count that little space in between because I don't want to mess up my attack rolls. Okay, and you never know if you one little slip. It happens. It happens all the time. So 1 and 2 and I count it in my head clearly because I just want to make sure I get that attack beautifully. Okay, here we go. Same thing. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and chop. Forte. Second line, lead dog. Everybody. The second part swings. It's got a little bit of a swingy bit. Okay, 1 and 2 and do ba ta pa. So it becomes left, right, slam, which is the downbeat of part 2. 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 1. 3 E and a 1. 3 E a 1. Do ba ta pa. It may be good just to practice that left, right, flam. If the flam's killing you, ditch it. Play a tap. Do ba ta ta. No one going by on horseback will notice. Do ba ta ta. If you have to, that's not a problem. Better play that than stress out of it. Okay, but if you can, left, right. Do ba ta ta. Do ba ta ta. Do ba ta ta. 3 E a 1. 3 E a 1. Do ba ta ta. Okay, so let's just try that bar. Ta ra ta. Do ba ta ta. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, ready, go. Now, here's a little trick. Think of the right hand. Focus on your right hand and kind of goes to lefts. Right, right. And that'll keep you nicely on track and also give you that dynamic shading that we're looking for. The in-between bits are the same as the other part, so that's not a problem. So if you kind of, a little wrist stroke, little wrist on that snap, that helps to keep that nicely swinging in time. Here we go. Let's try the third line. This is really the second part if you want to think of it like that. Here we go. And we'll play the whole line. 1, 2, ready, and go. Paradiddle tap. repeat. And guess what? The fourth line that you see is just the same thing. First time through, it's lead and pour, and then forte, everybody enter the repeat. Okay, let's try the 3/4. We're going to start from the top. We're going to have a go. Okay, here we go. 3/4 chords. And it's nice because, you know, with the call and answer, with the lead and the core answering, it gives it a little bit more variety, so it works quite nicely. Okay, here we go. With the tack rolls, I'll put Dr. Beat in just because. Constructed a little bit to 76 beats per minute. We want to try to bring out as much music with these scores as we can. There's lots there to have. Here we go. Rolls. Quick, much. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lead, here we go. Everybody. Line 2 is the same. Repeat. Line 3. Everybody. Line 4 is the same. And that's that. So that's the 3/4 score. Let's try one more time. So notice I dropped to 76, and that still feels kind of swingy and a little bit chipper. So again, we want to make sure we're well under control, but it's still sounding pretty good at 76. So let's try one more time through that one. There we go. The 3/4s are always kind of funky to play for drummers. I think because the beat kind of swings between our left and then our right. Anyway, here we go. Rolls. Quick. Punch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Bumper, rumper, rum, bum, rum, ba, ba, dum, ba, rum, ba, dum, ba. Everybody. Second line. Bumper rum ba dum bum rum ba ba doo ba dum ba rum ba dum ba. Forte. Bum ba dum ba dum bum ba ba dum ba. Line 3. Tumper up chop chop a chop dum ba ba doo ba dum ba up chop chop a chop. Forte, dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba ba dum ba dum ba dum ba. Line 4, sing. Dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba ba dum ba dum ba ba dum ba ba da da. Dum dum ba ba dum dum ba ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum. There it is. Okay, so again, we look at that. We got flams, we got 7-stroke rolls, we got a 13-stroke roll, we got a paradiddle, 4 rudiments, and we've got a nice little 3/4 beating there, just swinging. Da, da, ba, da, ba, little swingy rhythms. Very cool. Okay, so we're finishing with the 6/8. Now, so we've left this one because this is where things get a little funky. And I always think of this, the second bar, this dotted 8th, 16th, 8th note combination. Again, really simple way to think of it. I just say the word dinosaur, dinosaur, dinosaur. And I didn't create that. That was a John Fisherism. It was always his line. Just like dinosaur, dinosaur. If we stay with that rhythm, we'll be okay. So 6/8, we've got the 6/8 swing. Dee da dum ba hum ba dee dum per rum ba da plop ba dum ba dum pop ba da pop. So we've got flam, 7-stroke roll. Okay, flam, nice big flam, 7-stroke right to left. We've got 2 of those in the first bar. And then think dinosaur, dinosaur. And if that flam is getting in the way, dinosaur, plop, but up. Just put a top accent in there, just a regular top. Really, it's a golden rule for any of the flams. If they're causing grief, pitching. Play any flams there, but don't tell I said that. But it's true. It's much better to play nice, clean rhythm. Play some nice rolls in there if you can, and add the flams and that sort of thing after. Here we go. Pop, up, but up, chop, but up. So left, left, and then right, left, right. Da 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 da. Just gonna take dinosaur, dinosaur. Now it is alternating. Ta da da ta da da. And then you start with the next. You got a left flam. So again, there's a little bit of technique that needs practicing. Left da da ta da da ta. Because we're going to play nice clean flams, but also ghost those little ta ta. So hum ba da pla. Those little notes in between, those are called the skip beats. Da ba da da ba da da ba da da. Dinosaur, 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 dinosaur. So lots of wrist on the downbeat, ta ta ta, and just less, a bit more finger on the skip beats. Okay, ta ba da chop ba da. Let's do the 2-bar phrase. 2, 1, and 2, and dinosaur, dinosaur, 2, 1, and 2, and dinosaur, dinosaur, 2, 1, and 2, and okay, and that's the lead part there, and then the chord comes in. Oh, sorry, rim shot there. Okay, notice it's not a dinosaur. I just use that, so that rhythm at the very end. It's just a quarter note, 8th note. Da, ba, dum, so it's like a pickup. Dum, ba, dum, ba, dum, ba, dum, ba, dum. And the ending, ta, 13 stroke. Da, da, ba, da, ba, da, ba, ba, da, 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 ba, da, ba. Okay, biz, 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 ta, ba, da, ba, ta, biz, da. Okay, so 13 stroke there. Dinosaur fan. Okay, so let's see if we can play. Let's just do the first line. First line. Here we go. 1 and all in. 1, 2, first line. And da da dum da dum ba dum dum ba dee dum dum ba dum ba dee ta ba dum. Okay, 2, 1 more time. And dum ba dum ba dinosaur, dinosaur, dum. The second line, ta-tum, same thing, and then the ending. So let's try the very first part. Ta-tum, all in. 1, 2, 1, and go. And dinosaur fam, and fam, go ta, dinosaur ba-a-dee-da. Repeat that. Okay, top, Okay, let's try it with the forte, the cut, the piano forte, or the cuts, or the chips, unisons. Okay, the lead and chord. So here we go. I'll count it in. We'll sing the first, and then we'll come in with the chip. Okay, now our first chip is a left flam. So again, just take the left high, get that wrist up there, palm in the air. Okay, and that'll take care of that flam. Let the weight of your drumstick do the work for you. Okay, a little wrist snap. We're going to finish with the right flam. So a little funky cut there. Okay, so we've got to play off. If you're righty, we're playing on our weak hand, but if you're left-handed, you probably love it. Here we go. 1, 2, from the top. Ba-dum, ba-rum, ba-rum, ba-da-dum, ba-dee-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dee-dum, ba-dum, ba-rum, ba-rum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-dum. And everybody, ba-dum, ba-dum, dinosaur, dinosaur, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-bum, ba-dum, 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 ba-dee-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. And the next bit, and then the second bit is the same. So our chord part, we play it's the same for both parts. So the first 2-bar phrase, so 13-stroke roll. Here we can get a nice crescendo in there as well. Notice I'm still ghosting the dinosaur. That's worthy a little bit of attention, that dinosaur, the ghost notes or the skip beats. Let's try that second part. Make sure, again, good clean 13s in there, nice and full. Here we go. Second part. We'll do piano and forte. So we'll do it with the cuts. Here we go. 1, 2, ready and go. And rum ba-dum rum ba-dum dum ba-dum 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 ba-dum. Everybody. And we keep going back and forth. Okay, here we go. We're just on time. We're going to play the 6/8. Here we go. That's pretty good. We're still at 76 beats per minute, which is good place to practice anyway. Here we go. Rolls. We're going to do the piano forte as well, so I'll sing the bits. Rolls. Quick, much. Roll. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a bum ba-rum ba-rum ba-dum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum 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 back to top. finish on that band here. There it is. The crowd goes wild. So that's a 6/8. And so hopefully we've got time to be able to put those to memory and have a crack at it before Georgetown. We'll see how it goes, but that's that. So now after all that, is there? I know we've used up our time, the allocated time, but are there any questions, or are there any pressing matters, or anything I can? Or we've got experts in the field here who collectively can probably answer anything. Again, the bottom line is, make sure you've got top, flam, paradiddle, and your triplet, and then your rolls, and you're away to the races.
Hi. Question?
Yeah.
Those cadences, that's whatever timing it is, will they work for all tunes?
That's a great question.
Or do you have to be specific, like, you actually have to write a score for, like, for example, I know Green Hills maybe, and, Bonnie Dundee.
Oh yeah, those I call them the tunes of glory. The standard marching tunes that we play, those scores will fit. They're open enough that you'll be able to use them for as a go-to for those time signatures. Absolutely. There might be some specific that might be better than others, but no, for sure. Like yeah, all the standards, the marching scores, those tunes will fit just fine. You'll be able to move it through, no problem. Absolutely. I think that's fair. Hugh, Kate, what do you think? I'd say that's.
Sorry, I was thinking of just, maybe writing them out and having them on a drum score and practicing, the tunes with that particular version of it, right?
For sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the nice thing is you could get just a whole like medley of 2/4s and play that score to it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they're really good. Yeah, that way. Yeah, it's not just one. You got the idea. I was sort of randomly singing lots of different tunes along the way, probably morphing in and out of lots of tunes as well. But yeah, for sure. But yeah, they will fit nicely. Again, it's the standard rhythmic groupings. Particularly in the 6/8, we've got that ta ba da ba da, or the da ba da ba ba da ba, and they're nice and open so that they can fit the general rhythmic patterns, no problem. That's good that way. I think you'll find, I know, there's been rumblings. Oh my gosh, we played the other scores for so many years. I'm a big believer that this is a really good thing, and it'll make life really much more. I'd say more enjoyable for all of us out at the mass bands, or with your own bands if you're in a parade band, or I think anytime we're out there, the number of times I've heard people going diz it up or up and diz, trying to rip off that opening of the old one, and it's tricky. It is really tricky, and it's when you're out there playing, particularly a long parade, you're tired, or hot sun, or cold, Remembrance Day, and you're a bit cold, your hands are freezing. These scores are going to be very, very useful. You can play them upbeat, up tempo, happy days. This is going to work for us. So just a matter of committing the time and learning them. But the nice thing is, really, all of them have the lead sets that first phrase. So just keep your ears really open and wait for it and try to catch it and go, oh yeah, I got it. And you'll be able to answer it back. So it should be good. Well, I wish everyone luck with it. I'm so pleased. That was a great turnout. I think it's wonderful that people are interested in having a look to see this. As I say, it's a big development for the drums this year. So I'm very pleased with it. We'll see how it comes off. So hopefully.
When everybody, let's meet behind the beer tent 15-20 minutes before mass band starts, both the opening mass bands and the closing mass bands, not to drink beer, but to play the scores, play these cadences.
Yeah, we're gonna have a little rehearsal.
I think we might gather a crowd. I think it would be pretty impressive having 50 or 60 drummers from all, in all different kilts. And hopefully all bass, tenor, and snare drummers just playing this stuff. And wow. I don't know, I think it could kind of draw a crowd because it'll kind of look like a drum fanfare for the untrained ear. with all of us playing together. Plus,
For sure.
we'll be able to play with some hot shots like Brian himself.
There's gonna be a lot of good players out there playing, so it's gonna be good times. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so there is a rehearsal. You're absolutely right. So the drum majors are gonna call us back.
Yeah, I don't know
And
if I don't know if the drum majors will know, but oh yeah, they'll tell us to come
they'll tell us,
and line up. They'll be like, come on,
Exactly.
line up for mass dance. But
Exactly.
yeah, exactly. All right. Well,
Okay.
thank you so much, Brian. This was great. Hopefully everybody learned something. Tom Foot was here. He sent me a quick message in the chat saying he had to jump away, but he thought it was great. He was glad that you're doing it. And we'll see. I'll post this recording shortly so people will be able to review it if they want to listen to it all again. And people who couldn't make it can also do that as well.
That's right. Yeah, share it with your friends, and yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, have a good night, everyone.
Okay, take care, folks.
Bye.